Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Badgeplug, and today we're going to be discussing the last top builds of NBA 2K19 after patch 9. Now, the reason why I'm calling this the last best builds of 2K19 is one, it's been a few months since I've made a best builds video. It's been at least 3 or 4 months since the last time I made one, and after patch 9, I do not believe that 2K is going to be doing anything drastic to 2K19. I don't think any patches that come out in the future are going to change the gameplay very much. So if something does come out that changes it a lot, then I might make another one. But this is 99% the last one of the year. A lot of people relied on pushing to make their build a lot better than it was. But today we're going to be talking about the best 3 builds, not top 5, not top 10, because that doesn't really matter. You just want to know the best builds, in my opinion, of the game. So as most of you guys know, I had a 93 win percentage on my account with, I think, what, 1,400 games played. Comment down below if you guys remember right before I got banned how many games played and stuff I had. But I had a 93 win percentage, ISOing with a 6'4" play sharp, minimum wingspan. I was on the exact opposite side of the what you would call meta, right? A meta is the best way to win, and because, you know, the 7-foot stretch, you can just shoot over people, right? But the 6'4" play sharp is on the exact opposite side, and I was ISOing. I'm not taking any screens, and you know, I could get contested so easily. It's split-second decisions that you have to make that take enormous amounts of IQ when playing 2K in order to win at an elite level. But you know, a lot of people recently have been saying, you know, some people have came out and been like, oh, ISO doesn't take skill, ISO doesn't take. Those people make literally no sense, and those people are the exact same people who stay on centers and stretches. Okay, it's fine if you're a stretch, it's fine if you're a post scorer that's, you know, 290 pounds or whatever, and you just body people. But it's not fine to criticize something that is way harder, way harder than sitting there just left, right, shooting over someone's head. Come on now, that's just ridiculous. Like, it's either for attention, or the people that are saying it just absolutely are not good at the game because they have no clue what it's like to ISO. Because there's a lot of people that try to go from a big man to a guard, and trust me, it's not as easy as going from guard to big man. And I've played both positions many times throughout the last 3 years of 2K. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. What I'm trying to say is, you know, I know what the best builds in the game are. I've played a bunch of games. I've played it at a high level of winning. I know what the best builds in the game are. And what we're going to say is the number 3 best build in the game is this shooting guard, pure shot creator. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, badge, oh my gosh. Remember, after this video, after you hear my opinion, you can comment down below yours and let me know and explain why you think yours is different than mine. But the shooting guard pure shot creator, you get Hall of Fame difficult shots, you get a great mid-range, you get limitless range silver or gold, I forgot which one, you get catch and shoot, you get corner specialist gold. Like, you get so many badges. You get relentless finisher, and if you make the player right, you can even get a certain amount of different dunk packages. I think it's at 75 you get different dunk packages, or 80 or something. So the pure shot creator is the best all-around guard build in the game, unless you want to, you know, be a playmaker and do clips like Steezo and G-Man and stuff. You know, the pure shot creator is definitely the best guard build in the game. It can do everything at a high efficiency. So that's my opinion for the 3rd best. And the 2nd best build in the game, this is going to surprise you guys because this has always been my number 1 best build in the game. In every video, I always say, guys, you already know what the number 1 best build is going to be. The 2nd best build is the pure stretch. Yes, it has fallen from number 1 because so many people. Now remember, a best builds video is talking about most overpowered. It's talking about what build you could get on, a guy who's never played this game, and be quick to adapt and win games with it. You know what I'm saying? It's the easiest builds to use. So the pure stretch is obviously an extremely easy build to use. I mean, very easy, guys. Like, I had a 93 win percentage, ISOing with a play sharp, and when I made a stretch, which I only played like 50 games on my stretch until I got to like 1,000 games played and started getting bored of the game. I had like a 99 win percentage with my stretch, bro. I would just get on, win a few games, get off. Like, it was so boring. But the pure stretch, yes, There's not pushing anymore, which made it really, really overpowered. But you still have the left trigger post up cheese, or L2 if you guys know what I'm talking about, where the guy who's setting the screens for the stretch holds L2 or LT, and you basically get stuck on a barrier, and it's basically just like pushing. And you can't run through the person. You have to have really good teamwork and chemistry in order to guard that correctly, and sometimes it's just almost impossible, especially when people are running 2 center lineups. It's extremely hard. But the pure stretch is still the second best build in the game. It's still one of the top easiest builds in the entire game, because the shooting, the way the shot contest system is in this game, it's very hard to guard somebody, especially when they're running 2 centers in your guard. If you're 6'5", 6'6", any lower than that, it is extremely hard to guard a stretch who knows what he's doing. And sometimes in some situations, even people that are just really bad at the game with a stretch are still really good, and they will drop you off with, and you'll be surprised because it just comes out of nowhere. That you can shoot straight over people. But anyway, for the number 1 best build in NBA 2K19, the easiest build to use, something you could get on and it would take you 2 or 3 days and you would start winning games. Because guys, that's what I'm saying. That's what the best builds is. You get on the game and you can quickly learn how to use this player. You go to the controls, you learn how to do it. It's very easy. Guess what? Guess. Comment down below what you guys think it is. All right? Ready? I'm going to give you 2 seconds. It is the pure post scorer. Yes, the pure post scorer is, in my opinion, the easiest build in the game to learn. Because, okay, just like the pure stretch, you can hit insanely ridiculous shots, and especially on the pure post scorer. And I talked about this, I think, in my last video, talking about how takeover needs to be worked on next year, how it's too easy to get for some builds and way too hard for some builds to get, and how it should be more fair. The pure post scorer only takes 3 shots. 3 shots, like almost every single time it's 3 shots. You can do a post fade, you can do a drop step, you can do an up and under. It doesn't matter. It still counts towards your takeover almost the same exact way. And the pure post scorer, I'm not saying it doesn't take any skill at all, but with little to no training, practicing, all you gotta do is learn how to drop step correctly. Then you gotta learn how to post fade. That's pretty much it. Like, I've been on a post scorer. I've used a 99 overall post scorer. I never posted the video, but I did use a 99 overall pure post scorer, and it was just really boring to me. Like, you got the post spin speed boosting, you got the pushing, you got Bruiser Hall of Fame, you got Brick Wall Hall of Fame, you got Dimer Silver. So even if that build cannot score, if someone picks up on you, you can silver dime it out to one of your teammates. Like I said, it's the best all-around center build in the game. And I've said that since the very beginning of the game, besides the athletic post, which was my very first best builds video when this game first came out. I said the athletic post is probably the best build. And it actually, at 94 overall, is really insane. Once you get double takeover, that build is godly. But at 99 overall, the pure post score is just, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you get gold dimer, you get an insane amount of badges, and the pure post score is just too good. You come with like max strength, and if you do get on a rim protector, you can still score on them. You can still score. The thing about the stretch is, when you get on a rim protector or a lockdown, it's extremely hard to score when that lockdown knows what they're doing. But in the post, like, lockdown badges really don't matter that much, because you can still hit really bad shots with the pure post scorer. You can make a really bad contested layup, and then you come down the court and you make an open shot or a small lightly contest. Then you come down, you hit another heavily contest. Now, I know this from experience because I've played on the 1v1 court versus all these stage people that use post scores and stuff, and you play great defense and they still get takeover. And once they get takeover, the number one reason why the pure post score is the best build in the game is because they're takeover. You cannot You can't. You literally, it's almost impossible to defend a pure post scorer in Takeover or a post scoring athletic or anything like that. Anything that has post scoring in its name, you get punched out of the way, then they dunk on you. Or when they spin off you, you fly backwards and there's nothing you can do. It's definitely the best takeover in the game and definitely the most overpowered. And it's also the easiest to get in the game. So the pure post scorer for 2K19 is going to be my #1 best build. Unless anything changes, that's my opinion, guys. Comment down below if you have any different opinions. Let me know why. Explain. Don't just say why. Don't just say, oh, this is my list. Explain why you think it's better. Anyway, it's your boy Badge Plug. You have been plugged in. If you've made it this far, comment down below, Plug Nation. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Drop a like if you haven't yet, and I'm out. Peace.